Hello, greetings, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And you're on to Augustine again, and I'm reaching out to you live from Nigeria, and I'm here to give us another broadcast. Today, the title of my broadcast is What God Has Intended for You Will Get to You. Nothing can stop it. And from the Christian side or the Christian point of view, no human being can stop what God has intended for you. No spirits can stop what God has intended for you. No demon, no angel can stop what God has intended for you. The broadcast I'm giving today is a very different one because a whole lot has happened in our TBC community so far. You see, when you're building TBC community, you are going to come across different kinds of people. You are going to come across the good, you are going to come across the bad, you are going to come across the ugly. You are going to understand that human beings could be desperate when it comes to power. There is this saying that you want to know how strong a man is, or the real character of a man. Test him with money. You want to really understand the strength of a man, test him with money. And so far, so good. It's now slowly playing out in our TBC community. We are building membership base into 1 billion. And as we are building this membership base, you are going to see the rationale, the character, the lifestyles of people. But always bear this in mind, that what God has intended for you must surely stand, and nothing can ever stop it from happening. At this point, as I speak to you, we are setting up assemblies. And to be very honest, over here from Nigeria, there is a whole lot going on, to be able to set up these assemblies. But one thing I know is that we are going to bring out the best individuals that are going to be the leaders of this assembly from Nigeria. And the administration has picked out one person, and that person is wonderful. I mean, the person has done well in Bitcoin bounties and has attended meetings, based on priority placement, which the administration told us about. And at this point, there is a whole lot going on behind the scene to make sure that we build and we get the best. And I can give you a guarantee, I am talking to my Nigerian brothers at this point, that whoever you see in these assemblies are going to be the best. Whoever you see in these assemblies are going to be um, the person that merited it, the most graced person. Now, it may not be the person that may have made the highest Bitcoin bounties. That will be the basis upon which we pick our leaders. No, we are picking our leaders based on the humane mind, the consciousness to help love, respect one another. It's on that principle that we are going to pick our leaders. And at this point, it is a process that is going on. And as the process is going on, we would work to make sure that before the end of this week, we will pick out the best leaders who will stand in and who will not represent their own selfish interests, but will represent the interests of their people, will represent the interest of their nation. And as I'm speaking to you in Nigeria, I'm also addressing every other country across the world. TBC is a game changer. God puts TBC to correct all the anomaly, and these anomalies must be corrected by individuals that are passionate to make TBC a better place for all. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before I will share my screen is that I would crave your indulgence to do your own parts and work to make sure that TBC stands out, because TBC is going to change the world for good. If you haven't started making any efforts to pay a subscription fee, Even if it's 2 grains of gold, you are welcome. 4 grains of gold, you are welcome. 8 grains of gold means you are ready to build. 8 grains of gold, I don't expect people who pay 8 grains of gold to just fold their hands and expect that all they need to do is pay their monthly subscription without doing anything. There is no room for being a lonely billionaire in the TBC community. You can't be a TBC billionaire and you are not educating and then informing people about this beautiful edifice that we are building. By the time we have finished building this edifice, when people look and turns around to look at it, they will be like, wow, we never knew that humanity possessed such latent strength, skill, and ability. I want you to please have a change of mind and let's make this thing happen. I'm not going to say too much today. I have already finished my broadcast, but I'm going to quickly move into our Kringle Cash back office, look at a few contents, and I'll call it quits. If you're just tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed. And also click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you get the notification. I would really appreciate if you can do that. And then lastly, you can share this video so that people can benefit. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, now screen is being shared. For those of us who hasn't yet watched this assembly, I would advise that we do well to watch it and understand what this assembly is all about. Now that's one. Another thing I also want us to bear in mind is that we are still building our leadership. We are still building our leadership into 1 billion. At this point, we are filling out some of the millionaire levels, but our priority at this point is billionaire level. And I can also tell you that we are going to fill out our core team this year. Now, our mass adoption team will likely be filled out between this year and first quarter of next year. And then filling out the billionaire level should be by the second quarter, at worst, second quarter of next year. Second quarter of next year is about July. By July next year, we would have filled out this. And the people that are going to have the bulk of it will still be the core team and the mass adoption team, especially the core team. You have already heard from me on that, but I am re-emphasizing it. So the need for you to come in and help us to get organized is now. And this was a meeting that was put up by the administration. Some people saw TBC and they wanted to build love and respect in TBC. So the administration saw this and then put it as an article and also as a video. Those of us who have love for humanity, this person did not inform the administration before doing it. He did it out of love and respect for humanity. So we are a goodwill organization. Now, the last thing I'll talk about before I call it quits is that we are building our membership base and we're building it quite fast. I'm looking at between now and the end of this month, we should have built our assembly into 2,000 or more. And this is the new government that the world is going to know very soon. And that is the reason why on the national level, we want to bring out the best. If we fail to give the best at the national level, we have brought in corruption to the system. And when corruption comes into the system has been compromised. But I can guarantee you that there will be no such thing as that by the special grace of God, because it's not our human strength, it's by the grace of God. The people that will be put in that leadership position on the national level, they are going to be the people that will determine how the system will run. I will stop at this point. So I'll be coming your way again, most likely tomorrow. And if you haven't yet clicked on the notification bell or yet subscribed to my channel, I would crave your indulgence. You should do so. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers and God bless you. Remember my title, what God has intended for you will surely get to you. Nothing can stop it from happening. Not even the demons, not even the angels or human beings. As long as God has predestined it for you, it will get to you. Do not struggle or hustle or strive to gain positions, because it is God that lifteth up one and bringeth down the other. Put this at the back of your mind. Thank you very much. Cheers, and God bless you. Bye for now.